affirms APC consensus candidates as the party prepares for governorship primary. Non-governmental organization, Earth Environmental and Climate Care Ambassadors inaugurate advisory board members to promote climate justice. Plus, health experts harped on routine and accurate measurement of blood pressure for healthy living. Details shortly. Good evening and welcome to NTA News. I am Erika Ivi. Now the news in details. With the APC governorship primary election slated for Friday 20th May 2022 across the country, Cross River State Governor Ben Ayade says the aspirants who previously rejected the consensus arrangement have now come to the table of reconciliation. The governor stated this at the Margaret Ekpo International Airport, Calabar, after being away on consultation for a few days. Paul Abel reports.
My brother Chris Agada, yesterday we had a final reconciliation meeting. I am sure that we'll be hearing the good news that Senator Basio too will be unopposed. Senator Waneno too have shown indication that he understands politics. He needs time to address his people, and ultimately he will address his people. Hopefully by Friday, we'll just have a consensus adoption of Senator Prince Basio too. And that way we are prepared for the 2023 elections.
On his presidential aspirations, Governor Ayade expresses optimism for his party, the APC, to go for a candidate who is not just a politician, but an industrialist, business-oriented, and an academic who will bring such wealth of experience to fix the country.
This country is basically at a continuous state of transition from one election to the other in perpetuity. That cannot, there's no way we can migrate from third world to first world in this kind of situation where there's a complete collapse of every system, and the only functional system is politics. The only place people make money today is politics. To change that, you need an industrialist, a businessman, a long-standing academic, a professor, a lawyer, a long-standing governor who comes with a huge experience, weaponized by childhood poverty, properly equipped to address the challenges of this country. And that's what I parade.
Governor Ayade prides himself as one who has the track record to transform the fortunes of Nigeria. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
And still on politics, a frontline presidential aspirant of the All Progressive Congress APC, Chibike Rotimi Amechi, says job creation, tackling insecurity, and revamping the agricultural sector will be top priorities if given the opportunity to pilot the affairs of the country. He made the promise while soliciting the support of Nasarawa State and FCT delegates for the forthcoming party primaries.
While in Government House Lafia, Nasarawa State, the APC presidential aspirant Chibike Rotimi Amechi said, having occupied key elective and appointed positions with glaring achievements, he is the most experienced in handling the challenges confronting the country.
I understand the intricacies of managing man and material, and I bring it to bear as one of the most experienced Nigerians that have been in public office. Yes, let's see, I've been in public office back to back, 23 years non-stop, 23 years of experience, 23 years of knowing the challenges of the country, 23 years of trying to address them as it pertains to me. And I have not been in office without leaving something that history will remember me for. Judge me by what I have, by the office I've held.
One introduction about you they have not done is the doggedness of who you are. You are a dogged fighter.
At a meeting with APC delegates in Lafia and Abuja, Chibike Rotimi Amechi urged them to put into consideration the mental and physical capacity of each aspirant while voting.
If you have no capacity, you can't govern this country. Capacity in terms of intelligence and physical capacity.
He was at the palace of Serkin Kwandere Ahmadu Al-Makura, where he received royal blessings.
And more on politics, the countdown to the All Progressives Congress APC's primaries a presidential aspirant under its flagship, Nta Rich, has engaged the Niger State Party delegates with a promise of massive job creation and grassroots transformation if given the mandates. Oziana Musa reports that Niger State was the aspirant's first port of call immediately after his declaration.
An entrepreneur and philanthropist, Nta Rich's ambition was reportedly born out of his desire to serve humanity, particularly to promote youth empowerment and engagement in order to reduce social vices. The aspirant said he is yielding the call of the youth following the clamor for youth representatives in elective positions across the country. The philanthropist said he believes in the unity of Nigeria and is willing to lend his wealth of experience gained from the private sector into its transformation agenda.
Massive job creation, that's what I'm going to be creating because I know how to do that. My business is creating jobs. So one of the ways we're going to think of a lot of this social unrest that has ravaged our local communities and all that is to hit them hard with massive economic opportunities for them. And for me, Niger State is one of the hotspots that I've identified as where I'm going to create my economic pipeline.
Thank you for finding time to come here. And we'll keep your request under consideration. I'm sure most of the delegates are impressed with your presentation.
Nta Rich urged the delegates to make the right choice by giving him the mandate in order for Nigeria to get the desired growth and development. Emena Hussaina Musa, NTA News.
And moving on, the Federal High Court Abuja has refused the bail application of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The presiding judge, Justice Binta Nyako, gave the ruling at the resumed trial of Nnamdi Kanu. The bail application of Nnamdi Kanu is based on his alleged ill health. The court reviewed the bail it granted Nnamdi Kanu in the past, and the prosecution brought before the court an amended 6-count charge instead of the earlier 7 counts. However, for the prosecution to continue, the prosecution counsel withdrew the 6-count amended charge. This is the 7th time the prosecution is amending the counts in this matter. You're watching news reaching you from the studio of Nta Calabar. You can also watch this newscast from our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Nta Calabar. More news when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back to the rest of the news. For some months now, the city of Calabar has been with refuse littered around streets. But now, after complaints by residents on the deteriorating condition of the city and the many apologies and promises by the waste management, the state deputy governor, Professor Ivaresu, is changing the narrative as he stepped out to ensure that refuse evacuation is effective to return the city back to its clean and green status. Paul Abel completes the story.
With refuse dumps at various markets and other strategic locations in Calabar South and municipal forming heaps for several weeks with inherent health implications, the move by the deputy governor along with the waste management agency to evacuate these refugees is a heave of relief for many residents. The deputy governor assures residents that with the availability of funds, all refuse dumps will be evacuated, while the usual daily evacuation will also be restored.
One of our major priorities to ensure that we maintain the cleanliness of Calabar. It's one of the major objectives of this government. From Donald Duke's time till now, people are used to, the fact that we have a clean environment. Major contractors are also all resuming work both in Calabar South and Calabar Municipality. We do hope that they will continue from where they have stopped, and that whatever is accumulating between when they stopped their intervention and now are cleared up.
The next 1 week, Calabar should be returned back to how it used to be. We have been giving assistance, we have been giving the enablement to do this job. After the intervention, the contractors will start their normal evacuation and assure cross-border.
The Deputy Governor also visited the General Dump site at Lemna and interacted with workers on their challenges at the location. Residents will only hope that the assurances by the Deputy Governor are maintained as reverting to the experience of the past few weeks will not only be detrimental for the people, but also for the state. In Calabar, Paul Aber, Nta News.
And still on environment, climate change and environmental challenges has been a global issue of concern. In an effort to mitigate the challenges, governments, individuals, and organizations around the world have been strategizing policies and programs in order to prefer solutions to climate change. It is against this background that the Earth Environmental Climate Care and NGO inaugurate advisory board members in Cross River State to promote and add value to climate justice and plant safety. Nta Calabar reports.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Jacob Odida, declared the global environmental and climate change challenges, which is of great concern to all. He charged the inducted board members to ensure that bush burning, illegal mining activities, deforestation, and other activities that are detrimental to the environment are discouraged at all levels through their advisory role.
I charge all of us as Cross-Riverians and as Nigerians to see the work of this ECA as our work, as an assignment that we must all rise up and support in whatever way we can.
National President of Earth Environmental Climate Care Ambassador James Aja highlighted the aims of the organization to include securing environments for better use in the future, as well as to establish a renewable energy training centers, waste management and recycling plants units, and to actively participate in the protection of human rights and to have clean environment.
They are charged with the responsibility to carry out the mandate of ECA and equally to represent the NGO before the government, and equally to advise ECA, the state chapter, on the best way to go about actualizing its vision, not just in the states or in the federal level, but also to help us actualize our global vision.
It's for them to work very hard to see that ECA in Cross River State goes or achieve the purpose for which it was established.
So what we are doing is a voluntary job, and we've really carried out interventions in so many LGAs in the states.
Some of the inductees expressed appreciation to the organization and promised to live up to expectations.
People should be interested in planting trees. It will help us.
As a Cross-Riverian, I will advise that we endeavor to plant 1 tree, even if it is in a year. Plant 1 tree, and it will make a difference in your life.
Earth Environment Climate Care Ambassadors is a non-governmental organization established with the aim of securing environment for future use and to create public awareness on current global climate change and environmental challenges and possible solutions. In Calabar, Nta Calabar, NTA News.
Away from environment, establishing high-capacity community screening programs, and the need to promote routine and accurate measurement of blood pressure at all clinical encounters are imperative to reducing the burden of high blood pressure on individuals. This is the submission of cardiology experts who harped on the need for accurate measurement of blood pressure and its control for healthy living. The former Hoja reports.
The global burden of hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, is rapidly increasing as evidenced by some systematic reviews showing that no fewer than 76.2 million Nigerians are hypertensive. More worrisome is the statistics, which shows that while 1 in 3 Nigerian adults has hypertension, only 1/3 of them are on treatment, while many others are unaware of their condition.
Majorly, it's actually symptomatic, and it's associated with some grave consequences.
So, how often do you check your blood pressure?
I just finished now, and I've just checked now, and I'm okay.
I checked up at least once a week.
To reduce the burden of high blood pressure and its accompanying complications, the need for routine blood pressure checks and accurate measurements, experts emphasize, still remains imperative.
My advice to the world population is that they should pay attention to their health from time to time. Go to the hospital and check their blood pressures, even when they are apparently healthy.
Initially, we used to think hypertension when middle-aged people, but no. Even if you are 19, just make it a lifestyle, even if it's once a year, to go sit down and check your blood pressure.
But it's quite important because sometimes it's actually too expensive to treat something that is preventable.
Healthy lifestyles, they say, could also stop, delay, or reduce the need for hypertension medications.
But sometimes when you control some of the risk factors, you might even end up preventing the hypertension from coming up at all. If you reduce salt to the barest minimum, you have more tendency to actually control than starting drugs.
While raised blood pressure still has no cure, early detection, control and expert medical management are prescribed for a healthy living. In Uyo, Ifoma Ihoji, NTA News.
A 59-year-old suspected drug baron, Bridget Ogenekwewe Emeka, popularly known as Mama, has been arrested by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, at her residence, where she alleged to carry out cooking and distribution of crack cocaine and other illicit substances. During the raid, according to the report, no fewer than 9 staff and associates were arrested along with her in Warri, Delta State. Her resident drug bunks, where she accommodates drug users and conduct drug trades in part of Warri, Delta State, were scaled. NDLEA say a pump action gun, 15 cartridges, documents, 2 cars, mobile phones, drug paraphernalia such as sodium bicarbonate and polyethylene wrapping were also recovered from her residence and subjected to further investigation. Now to security, the Bayelsa State Police Command has confirmed the death of an officer and 4 others following an attack by suspected gunmen. Police Public Relations Officer Asinim Boswant says efforts are on to apprehend the culprits. Ibidimi Ezitimoya reports.
The policemen serving at Rivers Command were said to be returning from a colleague's burial, late ASP Gilbert Sampson, at Imago Kubo, Rivers State, when they were reportedly ambushed by suspected gunmen along the Idema-Otuabagi Road, Ogba local government area, Bayelsa State, leading to the death of an officer and 4 others.
Today morning, they came under attack and they repelled the gunmen. But unfortunately, we lost a police constable and 1 special constabulary and 3 others. About 3 other civilians equally sustained gunshot injuries and are responding to treatment.
The Bayelsa State Commissioner of Police, Benjamin Okolo, has ordered manhunt for the arrest of the gunmen while investigation is ongoing. Ebinemi Zitimiola, NTN News.
Still on security, the Nigerian police force says the recruits on the training school Calabar has commenced ranch practice at Police Shooting Ranch, Ayanganse, in Akbabi local government area today, Wednesday, 18th May 2022. A statement by the Police Public Relations Officer Irene Ubo warns members of the public and all residents, as well as farmers of the state environment, not to engage in any activity within the vicinity until the exercise is over. The information, according to the statement, is to avoid people being caught by stray bullets. Meanwhile, the Cross River State Command has declared one Mr. Warren Simons Panedo missing. Panedo, whose photograph is on the screen, was a naval officer retired in November 2021, served last with the Naval Reference Hospital, Calabar. A statement by the State Police Public Relations Officer Irene Ubo says Warren Simons Panedo hails from Dong Village in Norman local government area of Adamawa State. He is 45 years old, dark in complexion, and about 1.65 meters tall. Without tribal marks, speaks Bachama, Adamawa, and English language fluently. According to the reports, Panedo got missing 2 months ago. The command hereby appeals to the general public with useful information to report to the nearest police station or call GSM number 0816 548 3515 or 0903 843 7005. With that report, we draw the curtain tonight. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. State Governor Ben Ayade has affirmed APC consensus candidate as the party prepares for governorship primary. A non-governmental organization, Earth, Environmental and Climate Care Ambassadors, has inaugurated advisory board members to promote climate justice. It was also in the news that health experts have harped on routine and accurate measurement of blood pressure for healthy living. That is the news. Thanks for watching. Good night.